A man carries so much gold into Cairo that he destabilizes the city's economy for 10 years. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage wasn't generosity, it was financial warfare. He flooded Egypt with more gold than its markets could absorb. Prices surged, trust fractured, value collapsed in slow motion. Centuries later, Spain would repeat the same mistake with American silver, plunging Europe into monetary chaos. The pattern is clear. Excess money doesn't build empires, it destroys them. And today, we're dissecting exactly how. This is Solidus, where money and history collide. Let's rewind to 1324. The Mediterranean economy runs on a delicate balance. Gold is scarce, precious, controlled. Cairo sits at the center of global trade routes, its currency stable, its markets predictable. Merchants from 3 continents calculate profits in Egyptian dinars backed by carefully measured gold reserves. Then Mansa Musa arrives. The Emperor of Mali commands a caravan of 60,000 men. 80 camels carry 2 tons of pure gold each. He's not coming to trade. He's coming to pray in Mecca, and Cairo is just a stopover. But this stopover will rewrite economic history. Musa doesn't understand what he's about to do. Or maybe he does, and simply doesn't care. He starts distributing gold like a man throwing rice at a wedding. He pays for everything in pure gold. He tips servants in gold. He buys trinkets, food, souvenirs, all in gold. He donates to mosques, to beggars, to anyone who approaches him. Within days, Cairo's markets are swimming in more gold than they've seen in generations. Here's what nobody tells you about money. Its value isn't in the metal, it's in the scarcity. Gold only matters because there isn't enough of it. Flood the market and you don't make people richer. You make the gold worthless. Cairo's merchants wake up to a nightmare. The gold coins they've saved for years can suddenly buy half of what they bought last week. A loaf of bread that cost 1 gold piece now costs 3, then 5, then 10. Prices don't just rise, they explode. Inflation hits 1,000% in some sectors. The entire monetary system fractures. But here's the twist. The rich don't suffer first. They never do. Wealthy merchants and nobles hold assets, property, trade goods. They can ride out the storm. It's the common people who get crushed. The baker who saved gold coins for his daughter's dowry watches, his life savings evaporate. The textile workers' wages can't keep pace with prices. People who thought they were secure discover their security was an illusion built on scarcity. Musa eventually realizes what he's done. Sources say he tried to fix it by borrowing back gold at outrageous interest rates before leaving Cairo. He couldn't. You can't suck monetary inflation back out of an economy once it spreads. The damage persists for over a decade. Trade contracts collapse because nobody knows what anything costs anymore. International merchants avoid Cairo because the currency is unstable. An entire generation grows up economically stunted. Now, jump forward 150 years. Spain discovers the Americas. The conquistadors find silver, mountains of it, literal mountains in Potosi, that will eventually produce 60% of the world's silver for 2 centuries. Spain looks at this wealth and sees empire. They see infinite power. They see the ability to fund armies, build fleets, dominate Europe. They see wrong. Spain ships the silver home in convoys. Galleons packed with ingots flood into Seville. The Spanish crown immediately starts spending. They fund wars in the Netherlands, Italy, France. They build palaces. They import luxury goods from across the globe. Spanish gold and silver flow into every European economy, and the same thing happens. Prices explode. Between 1500 and 1650, prices in Spain rise by 400%. The Spanish call it the price revolution, like it's something to celebrate. It's not. It's devastation in slow motion. Spanish workers watch their wages buy less every year. Farmers can't afford their own crops. The middle class evaporates. But Spain keeps mining. They think more silver will solve the problem that silver created. Classic addiction logic. The crown spends faster than the mines can produce. They borrow against future silver shipments. They debase their currency by mixing cheaper metals with silver coins. Each step makes it worse. Other European nations catch the disease. The silver spreads through trade networks. France experiences inflation. England, Germany, Italy, all watch their currencies destabilize as Spanish silver warps the continental economy. Poor families across Europe face the same reality as that baker in Cairo 150 years earlier. Their savings mean nothing. Their labor can't keep pace with prices. Here's what both events reveal. The problem isn't just inflation. It's the lie embedded in how we think about wealth. We're taught that money equals prosperity. More money means more wealth. It's intuitive. It's also completely backward. Wealth is goods and services. Wealth is food, shelter, medicine, tools, knowledge. Money is just the accounting system we use to trade wealth. Flood the system with money and you don't create more wealth. You just change the numbers on the accounting sheet. The actual wealth, the real productive capacity of an economy, doesn't magically increase because you printed more currency or shipped in more gold. Musa's gold didn't create more bread in Cairo. Spain's silver didn't create more farmland in Castile. The underlying productive economy stayed the same. Only the monetary illusion changed. And when the illusion breaks, people starve. Both empires learned this the hard way. Mali's economy never fully recovered from Musa's pilgrimage. The empire fragmented within a century, partly because its legendary wealth became a liability instead of an asset. Spain's decline is even more spectacular. By 1650, the nation is effectively bankrupt despite controlling the richest silver mines in history. They declare sovereign default multiple times. The Spanish economy becomes so dysfunctional that they import food. They could grow themselves because their agricultural sector collapsed under monetary chaos. The pattern repeats throughout history. The Weimar Republic prints money to pay war debts and triggers hyperinflation so severe that people burn cash for heat because it's cheaper than buying firewood. Zimbabwe prints $100 trillion bills while its people starve. Venezuela sits on the world's largest oil reserves while its currency becomes worthless. Every time the mechanism is identical. Excess money chases the same amount of goods. Prices rise. Real purchasing power collapses. The poor suffer first and worst. The system breaks. Modern economies pretend they've solved this problem. Central banks carefully manage money supply. Economists monitor inflation rates. We have sophisticated models and PhD experts making decisions. But the fundamental dynamic hasn't changed. We're still playing the same game Mansa Musa played in Cairo. We're still making Spain's mistake. Look at your own wallet. The money sitting there right now buys less than it did 5 years ago, less than 10 years ago. Your salary might rise, but does it keep pace with rent, food, healthcare, education? For most people, the answer is no. You're experiencing the same wealth destruction that hit Cairo in 1324 and Spain in 1550, just slower, more controlled, but structurally identical. The lesson isn't complicated. Money is not wealth. Creating more money doesn't create prosperity. Real wealth comes from production, innovation, efficiency, and accumulated knowledge. Everything else is just numbers we agree to believe in until we suddenly don't. Mansa Musa destroyed Cairo's economy with generosity. Spain impoverished itself with the richest mines in history. Both believed the same lie. Both paid the same price. And if you think we've evolved past that mistake, check your grocery bill and ask yourself if the money in your account is really worth what it was worth before. Solidus. Where money and history collide,